In our modern world, there are examples of new technology all around us. Sometimes it's the quiet beep of a new computer or the mighty roar of a modern printing press. These examples of new technology have to come from someplace. Sometimes research institutes, other times schools like to think of themselves as being right on the cutting edge of this new technology. I'm standing here in front of Sitka High School. One night each year, Larry Bowman's chemistry class puts on a demonstration of students who are on a different edge of new technology.
Okay, here we go.
Rube Goldberg was a cartoonist who made fun of America's preoccupation with technology by drawing outlandishly complicated contraptions to do simple things, like making a cup of tea.
We're going to lift this paddle, and it'll have the ball will roll into the cup, and the balance will move down, and this, on the other end of the balance, will knock this lever up, and the tea bag will hopefully fall in the cup. And at the same time, while the ball falls into the cup, it'll pull this string that's connected to the back that you can't quite see, and it'll pull the siphoned water, which will go into the cup, hopefully. Go ahead. Oh, it worked.
Well, about 15, 16 years ago, I went to National Science Teachers Convention, and there's a fellow there who was talking about using Rube Goldberg as a substitute for science fair projects because it's something that basically does the same sort of thing, and our science fair had not been going very well. The ideas were not too new and innovative, and so I thought this might be a good thing to try, and it seems to have worked out pretty well.
Okay, this is the volcanic eruptor, and what it will do is I'll drop the ball down the chute, and it'll fall hitting this pivot, which will turn, knocking over the support to the razor blade. The razor blade will fall down and cut the string, which is attached to the stick. And the stick, which is also attached to two nails by rubber bands, will then be released, knocking over the support for this other piece, and in this piece is a little packet containing what is it called? Baking soda. And it'll drop down into the volcano, which has vinegar with red food coloring in it, and that should cause the eruption. There we go.
I try to keep the rules just as simple as possible. In fact, we started out with just 4 or 5, and we've had to add a few. But basically, it has to do something. It has to have at least 5 steps. It has to last at least 5 seconds and hopefully be finished within 3 minutes. They have to scrounge the materials. In other words, I don't want them to spend a lot of money.
What we have is called the Couch Potato Express. Demonstration of it would be the dart hits the first balloon right here, which releases some salt that we have up here. The salt then falls through the funnel and into a vinegar-water mixture. The mixture then, with the added salt, will be able to conduct electricity, which will run our train with a needle on it to run it clear around the track. Hit the second balloon. That balloon lets this lever fall, and because of the weights in the pulley, we'll bring the arm with the remote control out in front of the couch potato so they don't have to get up to pick up the remote control. I turned it off. Not a break.
What does Rube Goldberg night have to do with chemistry?
Well, I think because it's similar to a science fair project. With these, they have to, first of all, figure out what it is they're going to do. Secondly, they have to build it. Third, they have to work the bugs out of it and make the thing work. And that's just like typical research anywhere. That's exactly what you have to do.
And like typical research, sometimes there are surprises. Other research efforts have a complicated procedure.
And the last domino has a little piece of lead on it that falls over onto the trap. When the arm comes back, flings back from the trap, it pulls the nail out, which allows this ball to roll down the ramp and turn on this switch. The switch turns on the motor. Right here we have a 2A converter and a little water.
And some succeed in pulling all the ingredients together.
Okay, as the ball rolls down the track, it will end up going into the bucket, and the bucket has dental floss attached to it, and it goes through this hole in this piece of copper here, and it's wrapped around the toothpaste cap. As it goes down, it's going to pull the toothpaste cap off. It's going to hit this lever because it can't go through, and it's going to pull the lever and then pull the fulcrum out from underneath the ball. The ball is going to go off, and it's going to pull the switch right here on our lighter. The lighter is going to light the gunpowder. The gunpowder is going to go down through here and burn this barricade away. The ball is going to roll down, hit our fulcrum underneath the hammer. The hammer is going to drop on the toothpaste, and the toothpaste is going to go on the toothbrush.
A panel of 3 judges watch each of the demonstrations and then determine the winners. In addition to having 1/3 of their chemistry grade determined by this assignment, students also compete for trophies appropriate to the nature of the contest. Tuna fish cans sitting on simple wooden stands. You won first place.
Yeah, we did.
Did you think you were going to?
No, we didn't. Because in class, we had some problems with it. We had some other steps down below, but it didn't work, so we had to go back and replan some of the steps. And we were really happy it worked.
How many hours did you put in on yours?
We put in probably a good 12 hours, but that's not counting just trying to get the stuff together and transferring. We started in my basement, and it looks like about 10 of these all over. And then after in the middle, we changed and we went to his house and worked in his garage. And we just kept on going back to the house and getting different stuff we needed. Ours was a perk wrapper.
And so generally, can you describe what you went through or what the mechanism is?
Well, it's a rocket that wakes you up in the morning, and it goes through, and at the end, it hits up a cup of, 2 things dump in to make a cup of coffee for you. Really potent cup of coffee.
This week on Rain Country, we've had fun with technology here in Sitka, helped put out the newspaper in Juneau, and manage the National Forest in Ketchikan. And we'll be back with more Rain Country fun in Southeast in another week. I'm Scott Foster. Have a good day.